Both Chinese leader Xi Jinping and British Prime Minister Keir Starmer stressed the need for closer relations. Starmer says it's vital to build a more sophisticated relationship with China, while President Xi says China was ready to develop a long-term partnership. Among the deals, China agreed to relax rules to allow some visa-free travel for British citizens if they are travelling for under 30 days. The UK also announced a feasibility study to work towards an agreement on trade and services between China and the UK. It comes as British pharmaceutical group AstraZeneca says it will invest $15 billion in China until 2030 to expand its medicines manufacturing and research. Laura Westbrook, Hong Kong.
European Union foreign ministers have agreed to designate Iran's Revolutionary Guard as a terrorist organisation. It follows the deadly government crackdown on protests across the country over recent weeks, with roughly 6,000 people believed to have been killed. From bureaus worldwide, this is FSN.
From the studios of Extreme Sports in Hastings, Nebraska, we present Huddle Up, a great way to start your day with all the news, weather, and sports you need, interesting interviews, and friendly conversation from two guys that go together like Scooby and Shaggy, Mike Will and Tyson Havronic.
Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Huddle Up here on Extreme Sports. And welcome to a Friday, the 30th of January for 2026. Mike Will, Tyson Havronic, ready to get your day started the right way. We've got all the news, weather, and sports that you need to get out the door here this morning. Boy, there's plenty to talk about on this Friday. I know we don't have football coming up this weekend as we're getting ready for the Super Bowl next weekend. Pro Bowl games are this weekend, but other than that, not any football this weekend. But still, plenty to talk about. The Nebraska basketball teams are going to be in action this weekend. The men are playing host to Illinois on Sunday, a ball game you'll be able to see at 3 o'clock beginning on the FS1. And the women will play at Ohio State on Sunday beginning at 5 on BTN. So the Huskers in action this weekend. The Nebraska softball team, they're getting ready for their season opener. It's going to be next weekend down at the USTA Invitational in San Antonio, Texas. Huskers will be playing 5 games next week. And we'll get some comments coming up, a little preseason preview from Nebraska softball coach Rhonda Revelle on the program here today. Now we understand Nebraska redshirt sophomore Natalie Potts will not return to the floor this season. She was injured in the 5th game of the 2024-2025 season. She went under surgery in December of 2024. It was expected that she was going to be back on the floor for the Huskers sometime this season, but rehab not going well for Natalie Potts, so they have shut her down for the year. She'll get a red shirt this year, and she'll have 3 years of eligibility still remaining when she hopefully returns to the floor for the 2026-2027 season. So we'll talk about that coming up. Hastings College basketball teams, they're on the road tomorrow. We're back to South Dakota. Second trip to South Dakota this week. The Broncos played at Mount Marty on Wednesday in Yankton, and now we're heading to Mitchell, South Dakota to play Dakota Wesleyan tomorrow afternoon. 2 and 3:45 will be the game times. We'll have the contest here on Extreme Sports. UNK basketball teams, they were in action last night against Central Missouri. We'll tell you how they did. The Centennial and Central Conference basketball tournaments continued last night. We've got a final setup tomorrow afternoon between Adams Central and Aurora on the boys' side of things. So see how the Patriots and the Huskies did last night, obviously picking up wins in the semifinals. And the Hastings St. Cecilia girls will play in the championship game in the Centennial Conference basketball tournament tomorrow. So all that and more is coming up for you here on Huddle Up Extreme Sports for a Friday. Again, Rhonda Revelle, Huskers softball coach, is going to join us later on in the hour. And we'll also hear from Tom Slechta. He's one of the assistant coaches for the Adams Central boys basketball team following their victory last night. So we'll hear from Tom here in a little bit as we wake you up and get you going here. Good morning, my man. Tyson Havronic from the Western Studios joining us.
We sure are. Good morning.
Wasn't easy. It wasn't easy, but we got you in.
No, I kind of treated last night like Friday, I guess. My week's all kind of turned around.
Why? Why is your Thursday a Friday?
I have no idea. I guess because it's been a long-ass week, and I wanted it to be over. So last night was, yesterday was Friday for me. Well, I don't have class on Friday.
That's
so you get done with Thursday, and it's like, oh, thank God, I hit the end of the week, and I kind of forgot about this morning. So, oopsie daisies. Hi.
Glad you could join us today.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here.
So, anyway, I just mentioned a lot of stuff going on. We don't have football this weekend, so we don't have our Blazing Five today, but we do have a ton of things going on with basketball, high school stuff going on. And Nebraska basketball is going to be playing this weekend. So there's still plenty to talk about and plenty to get through here this morning.
Yeah. And obviously, I think hoops kind of takes center stage as we get set for a little Nebraska basketball with that matchup against Illinois. And then, interestingly enough, a long time off before we get set for that matchup with Purdue. So this kind of a big game, a big bounce back, if you will. To kind of test the Huskers' mettle. We know we've been talking about it all season, how, we've been enjoying this beautiful undefeated ride, but how in college hoops, one little game can, you stub your toe, and next thing you know, you're looking up and thinking, what the hell happened to the last 6 games, and where did we go? It was kind of a similar story last year. Obviously, again, you take a look at last year's squad, and it's not the same story. We didn't achieve top 25, top 10, top 5, a big-time 5 versus 3 matchup that you lose. But things were going relatively well until about mid-January. And then in mid-January, you lose 9 games in a row, and all of a sudden you're out of the conference tournament. So a pivotal stretch, I think, a pivotal couple games here with Illinois and Purdue coming up for the Huskers, and it all starts on Sunday.
Yeah, we like you hear so many times, we can't let the Michigan loss lead and affect us in the next game, and that first loss leads to a second loss, and the second loss leads to a third loss. Mm-hmm. Well, we've got to stop it right here, and the Huskers need to come out this weekend and take control of the ball game on Sunday and get a big dub. So that's going on. That's what's going on with Husker basketball. A couple of notes from the NFL here today. The Philadelphia Eagles are hiring Sean Mannion as their offensive coordinator. Everybody's going to say, who? Who's this guy? Well, evidently he's one of the rising stars in the coaching ranks. He's just 33 years old. He's coached for the last 2 years at Green Bay. He broke in as an offensive assistant coach for the Packers in 2024. He was promoted to their quarterbacks coach this past season. He's a former quarterback out of Oregon State. And he actually spent 9 seasons in the NFL, including 4 with the Los Angeles Rams, who drafted him in the 3rd round. He's learned from coaches including Sean McVay, Clint Kubiak, and also Shane Waldron during his time in the coaching ranks and his playing days. In fact, he was an active player as recently as 2023 with the Minnesota Vikings and the Seattle Seahawks. So the Philadelphia Eagles going to be turning their offense over to a relatively unknown coach and a young guy at 33 years old. He'll be the new offensive coordinator for your Philadelphia Eagles.
Nice.
So you're always looking for some youth in the coordinator's positions. Well, here's a 33-year-old that has been in coaching for 2 years, going to take over at Philadelphia.
So, lefty.
Yeah. Here's another one for you.
Okay.
The Fiesta Bowl is going to be hosting an 8-team women's collegiate flag football tournament in April. Now, flag football for women, it's a growing sport. Hastings College is adding it next spring. Nebraska is adding flag football here for the upcoming season. It's seen a rapid growth here in the past couple of years. It's being offered now by 40 NCAA schools at the varsity level. So now they're going to hold this big tournament at the Fiesta Bowl coming up on April 18th and 19th of next year. The tournament is going to be sponsored by Oakley. It's dubbed the Fiesta Bowl Flag Football Classic. It'll run on the 18th and the 19th, feature teams from Alabama, Alabama State, Arizona, Charlotte, Florida, Georgia, Grand Canyon, UCF, and USC. So put that on your television viewing schedule for April, right after the tournament, I guess, the basketball tournament. They're going to have this big flag football, women's flag football tournament down in Arizona. Tournament's going to run 2 days, 7-on-7 showcase, 3-game pool play on April 18th, and a title game, playoff bracket, awards presentation by April 19th. So there you go. You're going to be hearing a lot about women's flag football here in the next couple of years. That's the growing sport. Remember when they were talking about women's wrestling, and everybody said, "What? Women's wrestling?" Well, that's now a major sport, and now flag football is coming. And like we said, Hastings College getting in the bottom end of this, the building block here locally. Nebraska is also having a flag football team for next year. So there you go, flag football in April.
I'm glad it's offered, but I have zero interest in it.
Oh, you don't know. You haven't even seen it played.
It doesn't matter. It's flag football.
You haven't even seen it. Give it a chance.
I played flag football. We've all played flag football. It's flag football. It's taking and ripping flags off of somebody's backside. It's not entertaining. I mean, listen, again, I'm glad it's offered. I hope they have a great time. It's not something I'm tuning in for.
It's not going to be on your top of your schedule.
It's not going to be on the bottom of my schedule. It's not on my schedule.
Well, geez, you're Debbie Downer today.
I'm not Debbie Downer.
I'm just telling you, this brand new sport is coming.
I'm glad it's growing. I'm glad they can participate. It's flag football. It doesn't have that luster on my sports radar.
Well, then you're not going to watch the Pro Bowl games this weekend because that's what they're going to play.
Dang right, I'm not watching the Pro Bowl games this weekend. I'm watching Huskers.
Pro Bowl games are going to be featuring a flag football game this weekend.
Bro.
With the guys.
What is it when flag football, man?
So that's some headlines nationally. All right, NASCAR. We've been talking about NASCAR this weekend. NASCAR has adjusted the schedule for this weekend's exhibition race at Bowman Gray Stadium in anticipation of more ice and snow blanketing the area. The Clash was supposed to be a 2-day event beginning Saturday, with the main event held Sunday evening. But the roads in the area are not yet totally clear from last weekend's ice storm, and more inclement weather is scheduled for the next few days in the area, with as much as 12 inches of snow falling Saturday in the area. They're under a winter storm watch through Sunday at noon. So to adjust, the powers to be at NASCAR have postponed all of Saturday's on-track activity and will run the Clash as a one-day event on Sunday. They hope to begin practice at 1 o'clock our time on Sunday and then race Sunday night at 5 o'clock in 13-degree weather. They're hoping that their Goodyear tires will produce enough grip on the quarter-mile Bowman Gray Stadium that the track will be available to run the Clash by 5 o'clock. Wouldn't it be easier? Wouldn't it be easier just to postpone this event? Or maybe move the damn thing to Daytona, where it's probably 70 degrees. They're going to be racing in Daytona in a couple of weeks. How about move this thing to Daytona and run the Clash where it's supposed to be at the Daytona Speedway like they used to do it.
Sure.
They run the Clash.
Is it like one of those things? Like, is it a little too late now?
Well, they probably is.
They're all there.
Yeah, they've already sold tickets, although it's only 20,000 people. They've already sold tickets to this event, so they probably can't just pick up and move the thing to Daytona. You'd have a lot of pissed off fans.
I think you're not going to have any fans in 13-degree weather.
No. So why did they even come up with this idea in the first place? Not that I'm against racing at Bowman Gray, but you knew there was a chance of bad weather.
It sounds like you're against racing at Bowman Gray.
No, I don't think they ought to race there. I don't care about the historic nature of Bowman Gray. How about just put it back? We're going back doing things from the past anyway.
Yeah.
We're turning back the clock, so to speak, like our race format and everything is going to be from, 15 years ago. Why not turn the clocks all the way back and put the Clash back at Daytona like it used to be?
Damn.
Quit screwing around, racing all over the damn country and the world. But put the Clash back at Daytona and call it good. So anyway, they are going to try to race on Sunday. 12 inches of snow is expected to fall in this area on Saturday.
I feel like I shouldn't get the opinion because I'm like brand new to NASCAR. In fact, we haven't even, had our first fantasy NASCAR race yet. So I feel like it's when I was calling your playoff system crap.
Yeah.
I don't have any idea, but it sounds stupid to me that they're racing this weekend in 13-degree weather in 10 inches of snow. It sounds a hell of a lot like it's not going to happen. And so rather than trying to put a square peg into a round hole, as they say, they could just grab their tractor trailers and get the hell out of Bowman Gray and head towards Florida where it's nicer. That
would make sense.
If you only got 20,000 people to refund, that's a hell of a lot easier than no racing weekend at all and ending up refunding these people anyway because you can't race.
No, they're going to try to, if they don't run Sunday, they're going to try to run it Monday. If they can't run Monday, they're going to try to run it on Tuesday until the time that the teams, I'm not sure what day February 9th is. It's sometime next week. In which time the teams have to leave Bowman Gray and go to Daytona for their season opening Daytona 500. So they got to get the hell out of town by February 9th,
right? I
understand. So they're just going to keep trying to run this race
down
at Bowman Gray. If they don't run it Sunday, they'll try Monday. Well, yeah, we're talking about those 20,000 people that have got tickets. They thought they were going to be there for just a Saturday, Sunday. And now NASCAR is saying, well, if we don't run it Monday, we could run it Tuesday. If not, maybe Wednesday, maybe Thursday next week.
Is the NASCAR controlled by the NSAA? Because that sounds a lot like decisions we make around district time. Apparently, they're not leaving Bowman Gray because Dale Earnhardt Jr. turned the gray, and I'm not sure what that means. So there. We have that in the comment section.
Well, Dale
Jr. What do you mean turned the gray?
He probably turned to the gray for this Clash or something. So anyway, that's what's going on in NASCAR. I know we don't have a lot of NASCAR fans in the library. We have a few, but I know we've discussed Bowman Gray. They are going to try to run the damn thing on Sunday. Good luck. Good luck with that.
Run the damn race.
Super Bowl. Not this weekend, next weekend. Mattress Mac. Remember this guy?
Not off the top of my head.
He is the guy that runs a Houston furniture store. And he makes these massive bets on sporting events in relation to promotions that he runs at his furniture store. Well, anyway, I'll just give you the story.
Yeah.
Mattress Mac has placed a $2 million bet on the Super Bowl. It's a $2 million he's laying down with a chance to make $4 million. He laid it down at Caesars, and he bet the New England Patriots to win the Super Bowl over Seattle.
There.
$2 million he put
God, I hope he loses.
On New England.
What a schmuck.
He placed the bet on the AFC to win the Super Bowl at 2-1 odds before the championship game between the Patriots and the Denver Broncos. So he's already won a little bit because he took the Patriots over the Broncos, but now he's bet $2 million on the Patriots to beat Seattle in the Super Bowl. The wager is the largest reported Super Bowl bet so far, and the latest in a string of multi-million-dollar wagers placed by Mattress Mac in recent years to help hedge potential losses on furniture promotions. This one offers gallery furniture customers who make a purchase of $4,000 or more a refund if New England defeats Seattle. So you buy $4,000 worth of furniture from good old Mattress Mac here. If New England wins the Super Bowl, you get all that stuff for free. And he's trying to make up the money by betting $2 million himself on the New England Patriots at the sportsbook to make $4 million
so he
to
can
cover
his
losses
on
at the furniture store.
Funds, but then if the Seahawks win, he's hoping to make $2 million anyway because people are purchasing over 4,000. What a sleazy sales guy. Yeah, that sounds exactly like a sales guy.
Now, wait, he's done this before.
Oh, I'm glad. It sounds like it. It sounds like he's got experience.
He won $72.6 million in wagers when the Houston Astros were making a run in baseball. So he did kind of the same thing. It's a Houston furniture store.
Well, the Astros cheated, so.
So when the Houston Astros made their run
cheaters
to the championship, he made $72.6 million. So, yeah, this guy, he's done this the past several years. Mattress Mac is his name. So
he sounds like a dude with a punchable face. He's got a punchable name. Hit me up with Mattress Mac ads at 7 o'clock in the morning. I'll punch you in the face. Mattress Mac?
I'm sorry I woke you up. I'm sorry I woke you up.
I mean,
you're
listen,
in a grouchy-ass mood today.
I'm not grouchy. I'm just saying.
You don't like women's flag football.
I don't like flag foot. I don't. Listen. Whoa.
I tried to cheer you up with Mattress Mac.
Back up. I don't like flag football, though the sport of it. No, it's not just women's flag football. I mean, it's men's flag football too. The whole concept and idea behind flag football.
What about little kids' flag football?
Oh, bro.
I mean, would you go out and watch the little kids' flag football?
Absolutely not.
Bracken is so pissed off at you.
I just don't like the idea of flag football.
My grandson is so pissed off at you right now.
It's fine. He can be.
He's going to put you on the list.
He's going to put me on the punchable face list.
Oh, yeah. He'll be punching you in the face.
That's fine.
Yeah, he loves flag football. He was kind of a star at flag football. So, all right, where are we going next?
It's not my cup of tea, and we have to preface, this show is very much BC. This is before coffee. And this is what happens before coffee. And sometimes when I don't get before coffee, I don't get into my polite mood.
God.
So yeah, welcome to Tyson, BC.
All right. Waking up with Mike and Tyson here this morning. It's a Huddle Up on Extreme Sports for the 30th of January for 2026. Friday. Going to welcome in February this weekend. God, that's scary.
That's intense.
Scary. Let's see. Where do you want to head?
You're the driver.
We got the news break coming up. We got plenty still to talk about. Let's get to Tom Slotwell. We got Rhonda Revelle standing by with a little Husker softball preview. Last night we had basketball on the air. as Adams Central is playing Columbus Lakeview in the semifinals of the Central Conference basketball tournament. They played this game in York. Adams Central beat Columbus Lakeview last night by a score of 50-49 to move into the championship game tomorrow. They're going to face the Aurora Huskies, who defeated Crete in the second game last night, 51-42. So Aurora will play Adams Central for the Central Conference Basketball Tournament Championship tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock at the Patriots Gym. Aurora beat Adams Central to begin the season, 59-49. Tom Slechta joined me on the postgame show last night. He's an assistant coach for the Patriots.
Coach, you're happy with the win. We advanced to the championship ball game, but this one wasn't easy tonight.
Oh my gosh, it was unbelievable. Just you saying advance to the conference finals. If you had told me that we're going to advance on Tuesday night after that game, after we about lost to Lex and Tyler Slechta's squad, I would have said, no way, Jose. It was quite a game, as you saw, and it was so intense that I didn't know when Trey hit his only shot. That was like a YMCA bank off 1 foot. That there was only a minute left because I was so involved in the game. I wasn't even paying attention to the clock at that time.
Adams Central again winning by a score of 50-49. Some interesting stuff there at the end. JJ kind of throws the ball down the floor. It goes out of bounds. Lakeview had a chance. There was 0.7 of a second underneath the basket. What was the thinking? First of all, you wanted to obviously just to play the ball in and get it touched by somebody, and 0.7 of a second would have went off, but that was not the case.
Obviously, that was a dumb play by us, right? And there's just no way. Coaches make mistakes, and we tried to get cute and think, well, if it gets touched by our player or if we tip it because we had a foul to give. So we were thinking, hey, if we just go and slap at the ball, if they call a foul, it's okay. Now there's 0.2. You can't get a shot off, and then we just throw it in. But we should have obviously ran. Trey had the big guy on him. We should have just ran him again, got him open, and got the catch. So that was a mistake. As all of his coaches, we didn't veto that. So that's on us. We should have been more adamant with Coach Foster. One of us said, yeah, we should throw it deep, and we shouldn't have done that. So that's a mistake. That happens.
So you opened the door. Lakeview had one final crack at things. Defensively, you called a timeout, and you had a lot of problems down there because you fouled the guy. If you foul the guy, you send him to the free throw line.
So the one thing that I told him coming in, which is dangerous, I said, as the ball's coming in, you can reach. Because if they call the foul, that's okay. Now it takes it under 0.7. Obviously, the lob, I think, would have been tougher. Because now it's a catch and a shot, and you lose. They're so big, and they actually got their action. And two of our players, I don't know if it was Cohen Rader or Riley Prop, one of them tipped it. And both those guys fittingly ended the game because they played so well offensively. Riley and Cohen basically led us on the offensive end tonight. They were fantastic.
So 50-49, Adams Central wins the ball game. What about take that last sequence away? What about the rest of the play for EC tonight?
It was incredible. So I don't know. I'm sure you guys maybe heard Cohen had the flu this week, and he's not feeling great tonight. And Trey sprained his ankle in the third quarter against Lex, and we didn't think he was going to play yesterday. He comes to practice. I ask him, he comes up, I said, what do you think? He's like, Dad, it's like a 5% chance I'm going to play today. And then he starts moving around. Then he started doing little jogging drills, jogging man. Then he started doing some spin moves. Then pretty soon he got confident. He shot some shots. Then he was doing like putting guys in the blender. And he was doing it while he wasn't practicing because he was showing off the coach like a show horse, saying like, hey, coach, I'm good. And at the end of the practice, he jogged into the huddle. And coach is like, hey, slow down. He's like, no, coach, I'm good. And he wasn't right. His ankle is black and blue. But you wouldn't know it. You wouldn't know it today. I mean, I don't give Trey a lot of props. He was a warrior.
Riley Prop.
Oh, my God, Riley Prop. But you just say what his stats were. What did he do tonight?
18 points again for Prop. Ooh. He had 14 the other night against Northwest. He's had a great week.
Oh, man, he's just the microwave, you know? And, like, he's so calm when he goes up and rises up and shoots. He's got a little midi. He's got a little drive game. He's got those flippy layups. We have a lot of guys. Cohen Rader, again, he's not feeling right. If he had 2 points or 10, that's amazing for Cohen. You saw that shot where he grabbed it and won it. I mean, we just had Cole Larson today was our leading scorer in the first half. And just as a freshman, you know, just played really, really ballsy. And JJ, after, you know, he wasn't feeling good about some of his half, he hits that big corner three. Braden Radigan hits a big three on the wing. So we just had a lot of guys. I mean, Brody Luxon played great defense. Everybody that came in, Weston Nienheiser came in and got us a bucket and played great minutes and played awesome. So I hope I didn't miss anybody, but everybody that came in contributed and did a great job tonight.
You guys win despite not a great night offensively. You shoot 37% from the floor and 5 out of 27 on three-pointers tonight.
Yeah, if we do 5 at 27 against Crete or Aurora on Saturday, we're going to lose by 25, okay? And so we probably have to hit 10 to 12 threes on Saturday, but we've been there before, and it's our home gym, and so our guys are going to be feeling good about themselves because we know we're the underdog. We know that most people would say that Aurora Crete should probably get us by 15, maybe some more. Aurora beat us at their place, but we were up for a lot of that game, but we had Hunter, and Hunter's worth 25. So we're going to have to play 25 points better, without our other guys have to play 25 points better because Hunter's worth 25.
All right, that's Tom Selector, the assistant coach for the Adams Central boys basketball team, following their victory last night over Columbus Lakeview, 50-49. Again, Adams Central is going to play Aurora tomorrow at 3 o'clock for the championship. The Huskies, they picked up a win last night over Crete, winning by the score of 51-42. We'll have the Adams Central Aurora game tomorrow on Extreme Sports 2, beginning with the pregame show at 2:45 tomorrow. So Adams Central and Aurora playing for the championship. On the boys' side of things, the girls' semifinals going to be played tonight in York. Aurora will play Crete at 5:30, followed by Northwest against York at 7. Again, they'll play their championship game tomorrow at Adams Central. In fact, all the consolation games and the championship games will be going on in both gyms tomorrow out at Adams Central. So that's the scoop on the Patriots.
Love Tom. What's a microwave?
I don't know. You put basketball players into a microwave?
He said microwave. He was like, "Oh man, he's just a microwave," and I'm like, "What's that? Like heating up or always hot?" I'm not quite sure.
Right. He's always on some kind of a different wavelength.
Yeah. No, he's great. I love it. He's a great guy. Oh, there you go. Wavelength.
Yeah,
I bet that's it.
Yeah, we'll talk to him about that. He did. His wife makes awesome burritos, though. She treated the team with like breakfast burritos.
What?
During the night last night. Tom brought a couple up, and me and Gino were able to.
Dude, he's a great guy.
Devour those. Those are so good.
He's one of the goats. I've always loved Tom and what he's done for Adams Central.
His wife is obviously a good cook because she made these delicious
breakfast burritos.
So. All right, 7:31.
I'm jealous.
Waking up with that'd be great right now, wouldn't it?
Yeah, with coffee.
A couple for the show. 7:31. Waking up with Mike and Tyson here this morning. It's Huddle Up on a Friday.
It's time for a morning news update on Extreme Sports.
Starting Fremont this morning, where a driver hit a student during a student-led protest yesterday afternoon. A spokesperson with the Fremont Public School District confirmed the news. A driver getting into a red SUV that was carrying a flag supporting President Trump's 2024 campaign hit the student as they were protesting immigration and customs enforcement activity across the nation. A spokesperson with the school district said the student was taken to the hospital. It happened around 2 p.m. School administrators were nearby the protest to ensure students were safe and peaceful. Enrollment at Central Community College is up at the start of 2026. Total college-wide enrollment currently standing at 6,624 up from the start of the 2025 spring semester and represents an overall increase of 4.2%. Full-time enrollment increased by over 2.5% from the spring semester a year ago. Meanwhile, Governor Jim Pillen was joined earlier this week by Attorney General Mike Hilgers as the governor signed an executive order aimed at addressing the recreational synthetic THC industry. The executive order requires certain state agencies to review relevant rules and regulations regarding the use of synthetic THC in food, beverages, and other products intended for human consumption. Marketed and sold as gummies, drops, and a variety of drinks. These synthetic THC products, according to the Attorney General, are chemically altered to produce psychoactive qualities similar to Delta-9 THC, the primary intoxicating compound in marijuana. It is now coming up on 7:34. We will head over to the East Side Studios. Mike, what's going down in sports?
Well, as we mentioned, the Nebraska basketball teams will be in action this weekend. The men will host Illinois on Sunday beginning at 3 on FS1. The women will play at Ohio State on Sunday at 5 on BTN. The Nebraska softball team will open the season next weekend at the USTA Invitational in San Antonio, Texas. Huskers will play 5 games against Washington, Texas, and Texas San Antonio. The Huskers finished 43-15 last year, advanced to the Super Regionals before losing to Tennessee in 3 games. Nebraska redshirt sophomore Natalie Potts will not return to the floor this season. Potts suffered a knee injury in the 5th game of the 2024-2025 season against North Alabama and underwent surgery on December 4th of 2024. She received a medical redshirt last season. Now, Potts has been rehabbing the injury this season in hopes of returning to the floor sometime this year, but she'll redshirt now this season. Evidently, rehab not going well, so Potts will return for the 2026-2027 season with still 3 years of eligibility remaining. Potts averaged 10.2 points and 5.5 rebounds per game as a freshman and was a unanimous choice for the All-Big Ten freshman team. Hastings College basketball teams will play at Dakota Wesleyan on Saturday. The women are 16-6 on the season, 12-4 in the conference after Wednesday's 94-64 win at Mount Marty. The men are 5-17. They are 4-10 in the conference after losing to the Lancers 64-52. This will be the second meeting of the season between the two teams. The Hastings women beat Dakota Wesleyan 80-76 in Hastings way back on November the 15th. To begin the conference season, the men lost to the Tigers 68-55. Women's game will be at 2, with the men to follow at 3:45. We'll have the action on Extreme Sports, beginning with the pregame at 1:45 tomorrow afternoon. The UNK women's basketball team lost to Central Missouri 78-68 last night at the Health and Sports Center. Lopers are now 11-11. 4-7 in the conference. The men lost to Central Missouri 92-53. The Lopers are now 10-12. They're 3-8 in the MIAA. Both teams will play host to Washburn coming up on Saturday. That's a check in your sports headlines at 7:36 on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning weather update on Extreme Sports with Chief Meteorologist Tim Jones.
Areas of light snow continue this morning on this Friday. Other than that, we should clear off in the afternoon. Not much accumulation expected, and a high of 20 degrees with falling temperatures throughout the day. Overnight tonight, a low of 5 below. 20 on Saturday was the high, and we'll have an outside chance of some snow in the afternoon. 13 is the overnight low Saturday night to Sunday morning. Sunshine returns on Sunday with a high of 48 and 45 on Monday.
As you wake up, get going this morning. Cloudy skies. Got some flurries out there this morning. North winds at 8 miles per hour is 18 degrees at extremes.
I'm John Butler, funeral director and owner at Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Hastings.
And I'm Nikki Butler, the advanced funeral planning specialist. Whether you choose a traditional service, cremation, or a unique memorial service, our experienced staff is here to help guide you through every step. Visit us at lbvfh.com to learn more about our services and how we can support you.
Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center. We are here when your need is greatest.
Hamilton has been providing IT solutions for businesses across the state of Nebraska for more than 3 decades. We know that Nebraska businesses are a driving force of support for the communities in which we live and work. We keep them connected and protected by delivering cybersecurity, hosted phones, and managed IT. We are grateful to be part of our Nebraska communities and to support their technology needs.
More information at Hi guys, this is Justin Consrick with Adam Marshall Land and Auction. Just want to talk to you about how we do things. I talk to farmers every day. A lot of guys just want a simple, honest way to sell equipment. That's why I work with Adam Marshall Land and Auction. We know the equipment, we know the buyers. We run real auctions with no buyer's fees, which brings in more bidders and stronger results. From one machine to the full lineup, we handle marketing, the details, the sales start to finish. We're just real people with real auctions, real results. If you're thinking about auctioning equipment, reach out and give us a call at 308-991-5429.
NASCAR fans, it's time to put your race knowledge to the test. Welcome to the Extreme Sports Fantasy NASCAR League. Pick your drivers, score points every week, and climb the leaderboard as the season heats up. Create your own league to battle your friends, or join the official Extreme Sports League and compete with fans everywhere. Want into the Extreme Sports League? Email info@x-streamsports.com. Ready to race? Sign up today at x-streamsports.com/fantasy.
All right, Mike Will, Tyson and Veronica with you. It's a Friday morning, the 30th of January for 2026. Again, basketball tomorrow, as far as our broadcast schedule is concerned. We'll have Hastings College and Dakota Wesleyan tomorrow afternoon. Women's game will be at 2 from the Corn Palace in Mitchell. 3:45 for the guys on the air with the pregame show at 1:45 tomorrow afternoon. We'll also carry the Adams Central and Aurora Boys Championship game in the Central Conference tournament from the Patriots Gym. You can catch that game tomorrow on Extreme Sports 2. Tip-off will be at 3. Pregame will be at 2:45. So all of the Broncos here on Extreme Sports 1 tomorrow. We'll have the Patriots tomorrow on Extreme Sports 2. Softball. We're going to start talking about spring sports, and one team that I know we're all on the Husker basketball teams right now.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, the softball team this year is going to be good.
Jordy coming back, and it's a team that lost to Tennessee, who made an unbelievable run in the Women's College World Series by 1 run. It was Carlin Pickens and Jordy Ball. Now Jordy
from
thank you. That's gonna be hard. That's gonna be a hard adjustment. We're just gonna have to get used to it. But Jordy and Carlin went after it, and it was an epic pitching duel. And we were 1 run away from going to the Women's College World Series last year, and I truly believe that. So yeah, expectations are certainly high. Nebraska's going to be good.
43-15 last year was our record. Again, Tyson mentioned that we went all the way to the Super Regionals before losing to Tennessee. Anyway, there's a lot of optimism is what we're trying to say for Nebraska's softball. We'll begin the season next weekend down in Texas, San Antonio, Texas, playing 5 games against Washington, Texas, and Texas San Antonio. Rhonda Ravel is the head coach for the Nebraska softball team. Boy, she's been around a long time. Like 30-plus years. I'm not sure what her exact number is, but she's been around Nebraska's softball for a number of years. Anyway, she was before us yesterday and said her team is ready for the season to begin.
I think probably the biggest thing about this year is just the hunger that our team's coming back with. So, last year we went into the year with a good amount of belief, but I think as the year went on and as we got deeper and at the end, there was a lot of belief, and I think that's where we started this year. So that's probably the biggest difference. But yeah, it's a very mature group. It's a very veteran group. They make it easy. They make it easy to come to practice every day, but they also challenge us to keep them challenged because, it is getting deep into January and it's time to play.
And Rhonda says preseason workouts have gone well for her team.
I thought it's actually been exactly where we need to be at. I mean, it's not perfect all the time, but that's part of the plan. Is you have it fast paced, and you're asking them to push their own limits and to find out how they can extend and expand our team. And so sometimes there's failure, and we're celebrating that as well. I mean, we had some yesterday at practice.
Now, pitcher Kylie McGee is coming off of an injury. She had some surgery during the offseason. She actually started 10 games for the Huskers a season ago after coming in from Arizona State. But we talked about pitcher Kylie McGee as she enters the upcoming season.
Yeah, she's coming along nicely, and I'll tell you what, she works and works and works. In fact, a lot of times, because she's our only PO. All of our other pitchers hit. And so, there's times she's overdoing sprints on her own, or she's doing mirror work, or she's just doing something that you have to actually pull her back because, I think she felt like she was so far behind that she thought, I've got to do more, but she's really got to pace herself. But I think that she's gained a lot of confidence and she's comfortable on the mound again. So it's really nice to have her back in our arsenal. I feel good about our pitching staff. I feel like we've got a lot of pieces.
Boy, the pitching staff is going to be stacked for the Huskers this year. Kylie McGee coming back. We also got Alexis Jensen. She's a freshman kid out of Gretna. She was the Nebraska Gatorade Player of the Year in both 2024 and in 2025. She also carries the stick. 455 was her batting average last year. Had 83 wins at Gretna during her career. Recorded like 959 strikeouts, ERA during her high school career at 1.30. So in addition to Jordy and Kylie McGee, look for a lot from Alexis Jensen for the upcoming season.
First of all, Alexis is a competitor, and that's the biggest thing that you need on the mound. And she's got a lot of talent, and she comes from the left side, and that's really helpful. I think, just with any first year, there's going to be lumps, and I think it's helping her grow through those lumps. I know Jordy's helping her a lot, just understanding the jump from high school and club to college. But the truth is she can't experience that until she experiences that. But the other really good news is she's going to have a chance to experience it at a very high level right out of the gate.
Okay, we're hearing comments from Rhonda Ravel. She's the head coach for the Nebraska softball team. She says they only have one goal in mind for the upcoming season.
You guys are going to get so sick of me saying that we really have one goal, and it's to win this pitch. And you may think that that's really simple, but in order to play the game at a high level consistently, you have to make it really simple. And the more we can just stay really focused on that moment, not get too far ahead of ourselves. I mean, even at the Fan Fest on Saturday, I invited the fans, because usually I tell our team, the fans can be our hype people, but I even invited them to just stay pitch to pitch with us as we go through this thing. So that's how many pitches can we win? And then whenever our last pitch we throw is, we'll look back and say, okay, that was pretty special.
She says the pitching staff obviously is going to be the strength of this year's team.
First of all, you've got a lot of competitors that want to get on the mound and do the job for the team. So, again, I'll say that first and foremost. You've got a lot of experience in Jordy and Hannah Camazin. They've had a lot of innings on that mound. And really, Kylie, before the injury, I mean, she was the ace of the Arizona State team for about a year and a half before she got injured. And then you have, Alexis, who we've already addressed, who's been a fierce competitor and really – teams have had to climb on her shoulders for them to be successful, whether it was high school or club ball. And then you've got Emerson Cope, who really fills a nice gap. I would qualify Emerson more as a hitting pitcher than a pitching hitter. But Emerson can come in. She's crafty. She's smart. And if she can get us a couple of little ground balls or a few little easy outs, she'll serve us there too. So obviously the competitive experience in big moments. And then I think the other thing is that they're not selfish about who has the ball. They just want to make sure that we win when they do have the ball.
All right, again, opening weekend for the Nebraska softball team next weekend in San Antonio, playing 5 games against Washington, Texas, and Texas, San Antonio.
I think if you start with where you hope to finish, you don't get lulled into thinking something's going to be easy. I think it's really galvanized our practices even in the fall, knowing that we have a competitive schedule each and every weekend. Doesn't matter if it's the first weekend on through all of our preseason weekends, and then as we go into Big Ten, I think it's made it a lot easier to stay focused on those days that it's, sometimes they just get long. And I really love that. And I love the fact that the standard has to be the standard. It's not about the opponent. It's what's good enough to win in this moment. What's good enough to win this pitch in this moment, whether I'm on the offense, the defense, or the, whatever side of the ball I'm on. I think that's been really cool, and it's really helped us in practice, and it's really helped our leaders in practice to be able to stop practice and go, that's not going to win it for us, because they only have one standard of what they're comparing to, and it's the kind of schedule that we're going to play.
Huskers opening up the season ranked number 10 in the country, but Rhonda says that she really doesn't know what to expect for the season.
I've made mistakes in my young career talking about that, and I think that's a dangerous place to be. And it's not that we don't have aspirations of being a really good softball team. We're already a really good softball team. I think that just projects too far into the future. But my ceiling for this team is that they max out, that they just really max out.
All right, so that's Rhonda Revelle. Some preseason audio for you as they get ready for the 2026 season. Should be a good one for the Huskers. They'll start the season ranked number 10 in the country. They got 5 games right out of the chute down in Texas, San Antonio. So
go Big Red.
Rhonda Revelle, God, she's been around for a long time.
It's one of the greats. Absolute greatest.
As long as I've been in the broadcasting world.
Yep.
Rhonda Revelle has been the head coach at Nebraska softball. So,
and as one of those who has really built the program the right way and continues to run it the right way, one of the rare Husker coaches who will just meander on down to a weekend softball tournament that's held across the state of Nebraska, and knows the parents, knows the kids, knows the coaches, and can just hang out in any dugout or any section of fans, and has that personality that's just really attractive for a head coach. That makes you want to play ball for the University of Nebraska, and just tremendous amount of respect. And she has that rare ability. Like, she's one of those that will meet you once and remember your face and remember your name and even a little bit about your backstory. She'll still come down to Bill Smith Softball Complex and, oh, hey, Tyson, how you doing? Like, that's unheard of, right? You don't get that from.
Sometimes I forget your name
from every Division I coach, right? So yeah, tremendous amount of respect for Rhonda.
All right, so the Husker softball season will get underway next weekend. You can hop on their bandwagon as soon as we get done with the basketball teams. Nebraska softball.
Oh, they're going to have to coexist for a while.
Yeah.
Those hopefully, with the basketball program, those seasons are going to kind of coexist as we run into the postseason and get fired up for some Husker softball. And love this time of year, man.
Baseball will be starting soon for the Nebraska as well. So
baseball,
a lot of stuff going on. 7:52, waking up with Mike and Tyson here this morning. This is Huddle Up on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning news update on Extreme Sports.
We'll start in Fremont, where a driver hit a student yesterday during a student-led protest on ice. A driver getting into a red SUV that was carrying a flag supporting President Trump's 2024 campaign hit the student. The spokesperson with the school district said the student was taken to the hospital. It happened around 2 o'clock during a student-led demonstration against ICE presence, the ever-growing presence across the United States. School administrators were near the protest to ensure students were safe and peaceful. Meanwhile, enrollment continues to climb at CCC. At the start of the spring semester, total college-wide enrollment stands at 6,624 students. That is up from the start of the 2025 spring semester and represents a 4.2% increase. Full-time enrollment has increased by over 2.5% from the spring semester a year ago. And at the state capitol, Governor Jim Pillen was joined earlier this week by Attorney General Mike Hilgers as the governor signed an executive order aimed at addressing recreational synthetic THC. The executive order requires certain state agencies to review relevant rules and regulations regarding the use of synthetic THC in food, bevies, and other products intended for human consumption. Marketed and sold as gummies, drops, and in a variety of drinks, the synthetic THC products, according to Attorney General Hilgers, are chemically altered to produce psychoactive qualities similar to Delta-9 THC, the primary intoxicating compound in marijuana. Coming up on 7:55, we'll head back to the East Side Studios. Mike, what's the haps in sports?
Well, Nebraska redshirt sophomore Natalie Potts will not return to the floor this season for the Nebraska women's basketball team. She suffered a knee injury in the fifth game of the 2024-2025 season against North Alabama. Underwent surgery on December 4th of 2024. She received a medical red shirt for last season. Well, she's been rehabbing the injury this year in hopes of maybe returning to the floor, but that's not going to be the case. Rehab must not be going well. She's going to take another red shirt this season. She'll return for the 2026-2027 season with 3 years of eligibility remaining. Potts averaged 10.2 points and 5.5 rebounds per game as a freshman and was a unanimous choice for the All-Big Ten freshman team. Hastings College basketball teams will play in South Dakota tomorrow at the Corn Palace in Mitchell. It'll be Hastings and Dakota Wesleyan. Women's game will go at 2 with the men. They'll follow at 3:45. We'll have the action here on Extreme Sports beginning at 1:45. UNK basketball teams played Central Missouri last night in Kearney. The women lost to Central Missouri 78-68. The men dropped a 92-53 decision to Central Missouri. Lopers will take on Washburn coming up on Saturday. The Adams Central boys in Aurora will play in the Central Conference Basketball Championship tomorrow at the Patriots Gym. AC beat Columbus Lakeview in the semifinals last night in York 50-49, while the Huskies defeated Crete 51-42. Game time will be at 3 tomorrow. We'll have the game on Extreme Sports 2 tomorrow afternoon, beginning with the pregame at 2:45. The girls' semifinal is going to be played tonight in York, as Aurora will play Crete at 5:30, followed by Northwest against York at 7. Hastings St. Cecilia girls will play Lincoln Christian in the finals of the Centennial Conference basketball tournament tomorrow in Lincoln. The Hawkettes beat Kearney Catholic 44-21 last night, while the Crusaders blasted Omaha Concordia 88-21. Tip-off will be at 4. The boys' semifinal is going to be held tonight. Lincoln Christian will play at Archbishop Bergen, and Lincoln Lutheran is at Grand Island Central Catholic. That's a check on your sports headlines at 7:57 on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning weather update on Extreme Sports with Chief Meteorologist Tim Jones.
Areas of light snow continue this morning on this Friday. Other than that, we should clear off in the afternoon. Not much accumulation expected, and a high of 20 degrees with falling temperatures throughout the day. Overnight tonight, a low of 5 below. 20 on Saturday was the high, and we'll have an outside chance of some snow in the afternoon. 13 is the overnight low Saturday night to Sunday morning. Sunshine returns on Sunday with a high of 48 and 45 on Monday.
North winds this morning at about 8 miles per hour. It's cloudy. Got some flurries this morning in some locations. 18 degrees in Hastings at Extreme Sports.
Hey, this is Mick from Miletta Vista Winery in St. Paul. Just a reminder, winter hours will be Saturdays, 11:30 to 9, January through February. That's just one day a week. But come in for lunch. Homemade soup specials on Saturdays. Stick around for the evening meals that start at 5. And while you're at it, stock up on your favorite wines. Workhorse, Elephant Ear, Cuban Tiger, and more are available at Miletta Vista and wherever great Nebraska wines are sold. Miletta Vista Winery. Good wine, good food. No snow boots required, but we won't judge.
Conant Auto Care is the trusted name in automotive repair and maintenance services in Hastings. We're a gold-certified Napa Auto Care Center. Our ASE-certified technicians have the Blue Seal of Excellence, receive continuous training, and are committed to providing the best service your vehicle can get. Whether it's preventative maintenance, major repairs, or just an oil change, Comet Auto Care is here for you.
NASCAR fans, it's time to put your race knowledge to the test. Welcome to the Extreme Sports Fantasy NASCAR League. Pick your drivers, score points every week, and climb the leaderboard as the season heats up. Create your own league to battle your friends, or join the official Extreme Sports League and compete with fans everywhere. Want into the Extreme Sports League? Email info@x-streamsports.com. Ready to race? Sign up today at x-streamsports.com/fantasy.
All right, Mike Will, Science Center product with you. It's Huddle Up on Extreme Sports. In basketball tomorrow, we'll have Hastings College during the afternoon. 1:45 pregame, 2 o'clock for the women's game, 3:45 for the guys. Hastings playing at Dakota Wesleyan tomorrow. We'll have coverage here on Extreme Sports 1. Over on Extreme Sports 2 tomorrow. Get you some high school basketball as the Adams Central boys will play Aurora. And that's a championship ball game of the not the Centennial, but the Central Conference basketball tournament. We'll have that game for you on Extreme Sports 2 from the Patriots gym. So, busy.
I gotta have a cup of coffee. I feel like we can do another hour on this show now.
Just hit the replay button.
I don't want to bite anybody's head off anymore. Chief Indorf chiming in, by the way, on the flag football discussion from earlier. If you missed that was a hoot. That hit me way too early in the morning for flag football discussion. But Chief Indorf says he's going to stop short of getting punched in the face. He says it's okay if kids can play it, but he's not going to watch grown-ass adults play flag football. And I kind of share a similar sentiment.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be a Pro Bowl watcher this weekend. Yeah, I'm not gonna set my
Say
TV.
it isn't so, Mikey.
Well, no, I'm not gonna watch the NFL players play flag football. I like little kids flag football, and I'm gonna give women's college flag football a try. I'm gonna at least watch it. I'm not going to be as grumpy as your ass was in the first half hour of the show and say, oh, I'm not going to watch that. I'm not going to watch that.
I just think that grown-ass adults playing flag football is a little weird. That's all.
You got to give it a chance. It's the biggest growing sport in the world right now.
Okay.
Women's flag football.
Okay.
Nebraska's going to have it. Hastings College is going to have it.
It's fine.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to appoint you. I'm going to appoint you the play-by-play voice for the Hastings College flag football team, just to get under your goat.
That sounds like a really bad idea. Here's the other question. So Fantasy NASCAR is coming up next weekend. Not this weekend, but next weekend.
2 weekends.
2 weekends. 2 weekends?
Not this weekend, not next weekend, because...
What are they doing next weekend?
It's not next weekend, is it?
You have your preseason and then you take a week off? Come on.
Yeah, I don't know. Look for the Daytona 500. When is it?
I was appointing you NASCAR expertise here. Anyways, when we do NASCAR,
your fantasy league.
Yeah, February 15th, so 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So they do take a weird week off. My question was, and I guess now it's kind of irrelevant, but you watch the Clash. It's kind of preseason. You kind of get an idea of some of the drivers that you're going to want to put in your fantasy team. You're not going to get any sort of indicator with 10 inches of snow and 13 degrees, right?
And this is a short track,
it's done.
Yeah. This has no bearing.
I'm leaning with you. I'm leaning with you. Get this the hell out of the place that's going to get slammed by Mother Nature, and let's move it to a track where we can actually enjoy and get good data. The teams are going to want this for good data. You're not going to get that.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Move this damn thing.
We'll see what happens with that this weekend. That'll be something I'll watch, obviously, on Sunday.
I'll be honest with you.
Number one, I'm a NASCAR fan, so I'll watch
it
Sunday. Number two, I want to see how they pull this off.
I'm kind of with you.
I want to see how they pull this off.
I might poke an eyeball at it
just to see what happens.
Yeah,
because I know we'll be talking about it Monday morning. So
I think we're being in fantasy NASCAR this year is going to greatly increase the amount of times that we actually talk NASCAR on the show.
We'll get you involved, and
we probably already have eclipsed last year's NASCAR chat just this week. So
and the season hasn't even started yet.
And the season hasn't started yet. So get ready for that.
If you'd like to listen to the show again, like the first half hour when Tyson was just getting up and he was grumpy ass,
bro.
DC
before
you can
coffee.
join us because that was probably something to listen to. And Rhonda Ravel joined us in the second half of the show. Tom Selecta also joined us from Adams Central. So if you listen to the show again, you can download it and enjoy that at your convenience throughout the day today. We'll get back together again on Monday morning at 7 for Huddle Up. Anything special for the weekend? Any special plans for you?
Work.
That's what we like.
Work.
That's what we like. Nose to the grindstone.
Make that bread.
Make the bread.
Keep the lights and the heat on in the house. That's kind of important this time of year.
God, I've got a lot of windshield time again tomorrow.
Mitchell.
Corn Palace. I'll let you know what the scenery is on Monday morning.
Wings.
No
Any
wings.
No
No wings
wings?
on this trip. Well, where are you going to go to eat? Between Mitchell and Hastings, you get the convenience store in O'Neill.
You gotta do better than the O'Neill gas station, man.
I make it to O'Neill. So, yeah, no wings on this one. So, anyway, enjoy your day. We'll see you again on Monday morning. Have yourself a great weekend.
Bye-bye.
You've been listening to Huddle Up on Extreme Sports, Central Nebraska's new home for sports. Join us every weekday morning from 7 until 8 on Extreme Sports.